What's going on, people? It's your boy Legend. I am back, and I know I've been off, and truth be told, some of it was laziness, some of it was just life, some of it was just I just didn't want to. But I told myself I was either going to delete the channel completely, I was going to go balls to the wall. And I was talking to somebody, and I don't recall who it was, and I said I'd rather do something to completion and not make it anywhere than sit there and wonder what if. So long story short, balls to the wall, let's go. And also didn't hurt that I got a notification the other day that I hit 25,000 views. So I want to say thank you to those who stuck with me, who watched once, who watched because somebody reposted, who watched and didn't subscribe, who watched, did subscribe, unsubscribed, subscribed again. Whatever the case may be, I want to say thank you for that, and that's going to give me the motivation as this big truck stops driving by to kind of keep going. Now, I want to talk about a shoe today that I got a while ago, and it's probably still available. Now, a lot of times people ask me, well, where'd you get your shoes? Or how can I get the shoe? Or that looks dope, I need it. And sometimes, or more than half the time, it's already sold out and the resale price is out of this world. That's not the case with this particular shoe, so let's hop into it. Now, for those who don't know me personally, I struggle with a severe case of plantar fasciitis. I mean, real bad. So bad that I stopped working my part-time job at Foot Locker because standing on those floors was hurting me for days after. So I'm really big on comfortable shoes, and because the hype has died on Ultra Boost, a lot of them are readily available. So I started to collect them and use Afterpay because I love Afterpay. But I was able to get this one pair of shoes, and I saw it years ago and could never get a hold of it, never knew it dropped or whatever the case may be. But come to find out, it was sent out to a few people just to kind of test it. In 2018 or 2019, it escapes me, so I apologize. Adidas did a program called the Futurecraft Loop. And they put out a shoe that was made of 100% recycled material, including the Boost. The Boost was recycled and made out of other ways to make Boost, which is still kind of Boost, but not Boost. But anyway, 100% recycled shoe. They had a pair where there was no dye. They had a blue and white pair which used natural dyes. All of that so that it's really good for the environment. So after the future, come here. Come on, since you want to be in the video. Okay, guys, so he was making all that noise out there, so I figured he wanted to be in the video. This is Goliath. Hey, look. Okay, he's not gonna work with me. Anyway, so the Futurecraft Loop was part of that initial program. And now, well, let me show you the box. Let's see if I can get a good picture on it because I do have my light right behind it. It says in plastic waste, and it says made to be remade. So this is the Ultra Boost made to be remade. So what I've started to understand about this is with this particular shoe, the insole, the boost, the outsole, all of the materials are made from 100% recycled material, which allows you to send it back to Adidas, get it ground down again, and produce more products. Now, the one thing I will say as I'm starting to learn about the project, I hope that Adidas gives you something for getting the shoe back, because ultimately they're allowed to make another shoe off of which you return to them. So hopefully, and Adidas, if you're listening, you need to have some sort of loyalty program or a certain percentage off of the next shoe, or hey, you return this shoe, you get another shoe. I just think that is something that'll make people look into this and dive into it a little bit more. But let's grab the shoe there over in the corner. You'll probably see him on the side. This is the Adidas made to be remade. I'm probably gonna turn my light off in a second just so we can get a better look at it. This entire upper is made out of recycled materials. And actually, let me go ahead and knock that light out really quickly. Be right back. With this particular upper, it's 100% recycled material. And as you can see, they've tried to make it look like a quote unquote normal shoe. So you have your ventilation holes here, and then you have heat pressing for all of the accent parts. So your 3 stripes here, around the toe box here, you have a heat press imprint. And even on the back where you would typically have that support system, it's heat pressed and reinforced. Now, unlike your typical Ultra Boost, there is no Ultra Boost branding right here. And I'm not sure why that's not Ultra Boost branding, but it's not. And even when you get down to your outsole, you have a recycled outsole, which looks super different. Now, the one thing I am concerned about with this outsole is just like any of your milky or your translucent outsoles, I'm afraid that that will turn colors. But for the first time you wear it or before you wear it outside, it looks fantastic. You have a recycled torsion plate on the inside for stability, because Boost is so fluffy and pillowy that you will start to get, at least on me, I start to get like a tiredness in my foot because it's so squishy, so that torsion plate helps. On this part here, and let me take out this. I love my shoe horns from IKEA. A lot of people ask me they're from IKEA. There is a little logo right here, or a barcode that you can scan once you're done with the shoe, and it will tell you exactly how to send it back to Adidas. Let's see. Right there. How to tell you how to send it back to Adidas and what to do so that it's part of the recycle program. The other thing that I think is super cool, now, you all know that I love my Hefe Luxe insoles. I buy them, I support them, I have a deal with them. So if you are buying Hefe Luxe insoles, use code Legendary at checkout for 20% off. But Adidas started to put, not quite Boost because it's not your typical Boost, but it is a Boost-like insole in this one particular shoe. So as you can see down bottom, you have the same kind of Boost-looking information or feel. I'm not sure if this is Boost, but it is very squishy and bouncy. But the outsole is rough. I don't know if you can hear it. It is very rough feeling or sounding. It feels different than a traditional insole. And what I will say is this is not a shoe that you slide on at the door, because your sock is going to catch it almost like a cat's tongue. It's almost not that rough, but it's kind of the same thing. And it'll start to pull. So this is not something that you slip on. You have to sit down, put your foot in, tie it up, or leave it unlaced, however you decide to go. That's the difference with this particular outsole. When you pull the outsole, or excuse me, when you pull the insole, and I think I said outsole, so insole. When you pull the insole out, you still have your traditional everything on the inside. You're just on top of the Boost, just like any other traditional Ultra Boost. And there's not a whole lot of change here, except for the fact that there is no glue on this shoe at all. Everything is heat pressed. So there's nothing binding other. There's a couple of stitches in here, but just glue. That's the only thing keeping this particular shoe together. In talking about the structure, I'll start all over because now we're recording. In talking about the feel of an Ultra Boost, typically you have that Ultra Boost Prime Knit up here. As I told you earlier, this is all recycled material. Now with your typical Prime Knit, you have more of a stretchy feel. In this one, not so much. What you get is what you kind of get. It is still very soft, but you're not going to get that pulling and that extra stretch that you would traditionally get with an Ultra Boost. I bought true to size. I would recommend you go true to size, but I feel like these will take a lot more break-in than your traditional shoe just because of the materials that are used. But I feel like once you break it in, you're going to get that 1-to-1 fit that people are typically used to. One slight omission when I was talking about the shoe itself is, as I told you, on one side you have the barcode or scan to send it back to Adidas when you're done. On the other side you have just the Adidas logo on the tongue. I believe the Adidas logo is on your typical Ultra Boost tongue on all of them. This is probably the most stretchiest part of the shoe, is the tongue, but even still, it's not giving you a whole lot of stretch that you're used to with your traditional Ultra Boost. I did notice that it did come with this string so they can reduce plastic waste. So a little brown fibrous string that you can use, and well, that comes with your size tag and all of that. So I did notice that, and I thought that was a pretty cool portion of that shoe. Just because, like I said, bit by bit, they're trying to eliminate that plastic waste, and even something as small as a plastic tag manufactured a million times equals plastic waste that ends up in the ocean. And that's typically what they do when they do their Parlay collab. I don't believe this is a Parlay collab. I think this is just the Adidas initiative to end plastic waste. But tell me down in the comment section if you picked up a pair, if you were thinking about a pair, if you're hoping that they go on sale, which I was kind of hoping they went on sale because a lot of Ultra Boosts do, but I also didn't want to miss out because I really wanted this pair, so I decided to pick it up. This has been another episode of Legendary Kicks. Like I said, we're back rolling. We're almost to 500 subscribers. I know it's been a while, but in case you don't remember, when I hit 500 subscribers, I am going to do a giveaway of the Hefe Luxe insoles sent to whatever the winner is. So once I hit 500 subscribers, I'll make a video on how to enter that raffle. This has been another episode of Legendary Kicks. Peace.